I am checking all of the streaming. Just about to go live. Thank you guys for jumping on with me. So if you're not hearing anything, that's why, because I'm really looking at all of the channels to make sure that it's logging on. I tell you what, if you can chat, just say something in the chat to let me know that it's showing up on the rooms. That'll help a lot too. Yep, I see it on there. There we go. And then, there we go. All righty. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited. Oh, good. So somebody can hear me. And if you've never registered with Restream, your Facebook account, it won't recognize you as from your name, but I can see your comment. So I hear, oh, great. Thank you guys for letting me know that you can hear. All righty. So I am on here tonight to talk about this wonderful project I have, the Masterclass, Power, Peace, Prosperity. It is happening on April 9th. 2021 at 7 o'clock. It is 5 nights of fabulous, extra fabulous information that I'm excited to share with you all. So if you do not know me, if this is your first time meeting me, like maybe you've joined the private Facebook group and you're wondering, why are you in this group? Who invited you? Well, I'm Dr. Stacey Alexander, and I am the facilitator or the moderator for the group, if you will. And the reason I created this group was because we needed a space to talk about the emotionality of success. That is my number one theme in working with the ladies, talking about the emotionality of success. And so what you want to do when you get in that group, you want to talk to the other women in the group about what it means to actually be on this journey to success. We take it for granted that just because we're successful, everything is supposed to go well in our lives. So tell me some of the things that people have probably assumed about your life because you have this certain job or you were able to do some things with your life, you have a certain lifestyle. What have people assumed about your emotional disposition in terms of your success? If you can just drop that in there and let me know. Yep. So what I've done, guys, is gone live on Instagram as well. So I appreciate you all for jumping on. So yes, let me know. What have people said to you or assumed about you in terms of your success? And the reason I want to know this is because I want other people to see that they're not alone. I know for many of the women that I've worked with over the years, they have struggled with feeling sad, thinking that I have no reason to be sad. Somebody said that people assume that they have it all together because they have been successful. And so when they come in and they're talking to me about being sad, they feel guilty for feeling sad because they have this great career, they have this great job, or they have this great family. And I explain it to them that just because you're successful doesn't mean you're immune to the difficulties that come with life, that some of the stressors that you may be under, what it takes to sustain that level of success. They're not talking about that. People think that just because you've arisen to a certain place that everything is going okay. So what I've done with this next class, this is really what I want to talk to you about. Oh yeah. Oh, so that's a good one. So I'm gonna read some of those aloud too for people that aren't necessarily seeing the chat. But what I'm doing with this Power, Peace, Prosperity Masterclass, it is a culmination of a couple of things. I talk constantly on walking in the 4 quadrants of life. And when I say the 4 quadrants, these are areas that I've determined after years of work, and I've been in the field for over 20 years. After years of working with people, I've determined that this is really where we get robbed of our peace. It is either in our professional lives, our relationships, spiritually, or even with our self-care models. Like, what is it exactly that we're doing that's robbing us of our peace, or how are we not managing some of the things that we have in our lives that is robbing us of our peace. So like Cartina said, that people will assume she's a strong woman because she's a speaker and she's a motivator that she gives to other people. So then people think that she never has her down moments. So that would come under the self-care quadrant, and it would come under the professional quadrant, if you will. Those two quadrants, if she gets those in balance, she'll have that peace that we're seeking. So what happens, we get so caught up in the rhythm of our lives that we forget we need to have balance in our lives. So if you sign up, this is for ladies, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you the cliff notes on it. But for the ladies, we're going to have a full masterclass over power, peace, prosperity. That power component is about you knowing full well that you do not have the balance that is necessary to sustain what you're doing. You feel out of sync. You know that something is different and you need some answers on how to overcome those things and how to formulate a plan to make sure that you don't get in this same situation again. And that peace that we're talking about is really understanding, what do you have within you? What do you need within you? What is at your fingertips? What's around you in order to build that middle part in between your power and the prosperity? Because we can have everything that we want. I bet everybody in here could say at some point in their lives, they had everything that they want and something still felt off. You can have prosperity and still not be at peace with yourself. We see people like that on social media every single day, in the news, on programs. We see people like that all the time who have everything they want, but they're still not at peace. So what we're doing in the masterclass is we're hitting the power that you have within yourself and within your relationships. We're on the peace. And then that prosperity portion is, I know you have something you want to do. I'm talking to the people who have considered having another revenue source. I'm talking to the people who have a book within them, a movie inside of them, an idea inside of them, a business inside of them, but they haven't fully executed on it, either because they're afraid. We talked about insecurities at the beginning of the year, or because they really don't have the resources. They don't have the tools and they don't know where to go get them in order to manifest those things that they have deep within them. So for 5 nights, power, peace, prosperity. Let me show you guys what it looks like. On day 1, I'm gonna tell you real quick, you're going to uncover your power zappers. What is it deep inside of you that robs you of your power? On day 2, we're going to learn the most important relationship that you have that is related to your success. We're going to talk about that. On day 3, unlock the power of peace through your personal devotion. So that personal devotion is more than you choosing a scripture, praying over it a little bit, and then getting up for your day. It's a lot more detailed than that. And when you wrap it up into the model that I have for you, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Hey, Deborah, I'm glad you're on here. Sometimes I get to wave at people. All righty. And then on day 4, we're going over power, peace, prosperity, the masterclass that's coming up on April 9th. On day 4, establishing your position for prosperity. You have to be ready. Everybody's not ready for the next. So in this masterclass, we're going to talk about getting you ready. So when that opportunity comes to you, you do not have to pass it by. You don't have to go to sleep that night thinking, I should have done more. I should have been ready. I should have taken that. You don't have to do that. We're going to talk about that on day 4. And on day 5, discovering the peace of authenticity, really walking in what you're doing, not what somebody else wants you to do. If we didn't learn anything else from COVID, we learned that we need to sit down and really figure out what's best for our life and to stop walking on automation. That's what we need to do. Stop walking on automation. So you guys tell me, how many of you have registered for the class? You can register for it very quickly at www.powerpeaceprosperity.com. It is a quick registration. It does not take long. And when you register, you're going to get a confirmation letter. You go to powerpeaceprosperity.com and register for my next masterclass that's starting on April 9th. And when you register, you're going to get an email confirmation. So check your spam, check your trash, check all of those archived files, and make sure that you whitelist me, meaning you show me as one of your contacts so that when we send out the workbook, because you are going to get a full workbook, when we send out that workbook, it doesn't go to your spam folder and you're not prepared on that Friday night that we start. So not this Friday, but next Friday is the start of the master class. So you guys, let me know. Okay, so somebody said that they have registered. I appreciate that. I am glad to know that. On Instagram, I'm not sure if you guys have registered or not. You need to go register at www.powerpeaceprosperity.com. And that's a masterclass on April 9th. We have 5 nights of content. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Stacia Alexander. I do the emotionality of success. I highlight that journey to success that we fail to consider while we're working on our journey. And if you haven't already, go to the Facebook group, The Emotionality of Success, where you have about 1,900 women who I'll talk about different things related to those 4 different quadrants. I'm very serious about those quadrants. So make sure you go register, get ready, because we're going to have a great time. I will see you guys next Monday night. And let me know if you have any questions, if you have any problems about your registration. That is great that you've registered. If you have any questions, make sure that you send me a direct message. Don't sit there wondering what's next. Just send me a direct message and I will answer. I answer all of my emails and my direct messages. So you guys have a beautiful Monday night. If you don't have some sunshine in your life, please get you some, because it is a wonderful feeling. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.